All right, we about ready for bed. Let's get our next story going. We're going to read Noah and his ark. Logan, are you all right?
Yeah.
Okay. After many, many years, God looked at the world he had created and regretted what he had done. The people who lived all over earth had grown very bad. They were cruel to each other, and they no longer listened to God. He decided to destroy the whole world in a huge flood. There was just one man who loved God and obeyed him. His name was Noah. God said to Noah, "You must build an ark, a great boat, so that you can save your family and the creatures on the earth from the flood. I will tell you exactly how to build the ark." Noah listened carefully to God's instructions and set to work. He cut down trees of the right wood and collected together all the things he needed. Helped by his 3 sons, he began to build his ark. First, they marked out the shape of the boat on the ground. Then they made a wooden frame and covered it with planks of wood. They spread tar on the inside and outside to make it waterproof. After many months of hard work, the ark was finished. It had 3 decks, a door on the side, and a roof. Noah had built it exactly as God had told him to do. Then Noah and his family collected huge amounts of food and water for themselves and for all the creatures, and spent days loading it onto the ark. Just as they were checking that everything was ready, the sky darkened with huge black clouds, blocking out the sun. Then it began to rain, gently at first, but growing heavier all the time. Noah heard a strange noise, getting louder and louder. He stopped what he was doing and looked in the direction of the hills. A great procession of creatures was coming his way in an endless line, all barking, mooing, grunting, whistling, and singing. There were 2 of every kind of animal and bird in the world. Noah stared at them, wondering if they could all fit in the ark. As he watched, the creatures filed in, and there was just room for them all. Then Noah and his wife, his 3 sons and their wives, went on board, and when they were inside, God closed the door. Outside, the rain fell steadily for 40 days and nights, and the water slowly covered the ground. It grew deeper and deeper until it reached the tops of the mountains, and everything was drowned in a terrible flood. The ark floated away. For months and months, it was tossed by the waves of the great empty sea. At last, Noah heard the rain stop, and the water began to go down a little. He opened a window and sent off a raven. You know what a raven is? That's a type of what?
Bird?
Very good.
Bird.
"Go and find some dry land," he said. Away flew the raven, but although it searched for a very long time, it couldn't find any land. Noah waited for a week or 2, and then sent off a dove. The dove flew away, but there was still no land for it to settle on, and it returned to the ark. Noah opened the window and let the dove in. Noah waited for another week, and then sent off the dove again. This time it flew back in the evening with an olive leaf in its beak. "That means the water is going down and things are growing again," said Noah. After another week, Noah sent off the dove again, but this time it didn't come back. Noah lifted the cover off the ark and looked out. He could see that the ark was resting on dry land. "Noah, you and your family may now leave the ark," said God. "All the creatures are to spread out all over the earth and have their families. From now on, there will be seasons, summer and winter, to sow the crops and to harvest them." Noah opened the door, and he and his family rushed out. The sun was shining and the land was dry. The creatures in the ark followed them, and at once started to spread out to repopulate the world. Noah thanked God for saving him, his family, and all the creatures from the flood. In the sky was a rainbow. "That is my sign," said God. "I promise I will never flood the earth like this again." And that, my friends, is the true meaning of the rainbow. Okay, we'll do one more. This is the Tower of Babel. Long after Noah and his family had left the ark, their children spread out all over the world and had their own families. They settled where there was good grass and water for the animals, and where they could farm the land. They all spoke the same language so they could talk and work together. Some of the people made their way to the east, where they settled on a great plain. There they learned to make bricks of mud and straw to bake them hard in the sun. With these bricks, they could build houses to live in. They were so pleased with their building, they decided to build a city with a great tower in the middle. The tower would be so high they thought that it would reach up to heaven, and all the people would become famous. God watched the people working on the walls of their city and putting their tower brick by brick. He saw they had grown so proud that they thought they could do anything. They thought they were almost like gods. Before the tower was finished, God made the people speak in many different languages. Now they could no longer understand each other or easily work with each other. Confused, they left the unfinished city and spread out in all directions, each group speaking their own language. They settled in different places and grew into great nations in their own countries. The deserted tower became known as the Tower of Babel, after all the people who babbled in different languages. Is that it? Yeah. So tomorrow night we'll do Abraham and Sarah. No, not Abraham Lincoln. This is Abraham out of the Bible, baby.
I was saying.
Okay. All right. Y'all ready to go night-night?
Okay.
All right. Say night-night.
Night-night. Love you, Mama.
I love you too. It's time to go to bed. Is little Fee sleeping? Little Fifi sleeping?
Yeah.
She slept during the devotion. All right, y'all. Well, we'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.